So today I've got to get a lot of stuff done. I've been trying to organize it in my head for a few days, but when you have ADHD and PTSD together, wait, right here, Lewis, back, dogs, Lewis, hey! Especially ones that haven't been listening lately. Monster. Get back up here, Lewis, right now. Now, go. Yeah. So, when you have PTSD and ADHD together, and you have to deal with the source of the PTSD, especially over and over and over again, it's called immersion. It's not safe. It's actually can be quite mentally and emotionally damaging. And because of the Vermont country store and this lawsuit against me, I haven't had a choice for over a year and a half. And periodically my brain will just refuse to go where I want it to. If you guys ever watched Top Gun, the original one, dogfight at the end, when Maverick pulls out, it's like, it's no good, it's no good. Well, that's what my brain's been doing. And I'm like, you gotta get back in it, you gotta get back in it. And it's just like, no, it's no good. And it's a protective mechanism, but it makes it very hard to get stuff done. But today, I figured the best way to go about finishing up the Vermont country store issue that's due this week, is prove disability discrimination, prove retaliation, and when I prove both of those two, I can use that information to prove intentional infliction of emotional distress and negligent infliction of emotional distress. Excuse me. Lewis, back this way. Now. Go find your brother. Oh, that wasn't too hard. He's right there. But if I prove the first two, I can use the information from the first two to prove the intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress. Loss of income won't be hard. They denied me a promotion, and they put in the computer that I was terminated a week before I was, so I wouldn't get the raise. And then lied to wage and hour. That was good. Actually, that can go into. So that will take care of those four things. And at the same time, I will be disproving their allegations against me. Ivan, back this way, please. Ivan? Back that way. I'll be disproving their allegations that I intentionally took a customer's personal information from the store system, and that I knowingly took it from the store, out of the store, and that I knew it was confidential when I posted it because I didn't even know it was there, and I can prove that. Lewis, both of you lay down if you're not going to go run. Down or go run. And I've already disproven their statement that because I posted the PII, even though I didn't know it was there, that they have sustained financial and reputational damage. I posted it to a Patreon page that I had just started, and posted to my Facebook page that I had a Patreon that would show that I was discriminated against, retaliated against, and illegally fired. It was up for 10 days before they sent me a cease and desist letter. They did not identify the document. There was 150 pages of documentation and about 52 documents. They obviously knew the name of it and where it was because they said it was there. They did not identify it for 52 days. So there's no way that they can say that my putting it up unknowingly and having it up there with my Patreon up for 10 days caused more harm than them knowingly and intentionally leaving it up for 53 days. And they never did, and they never informed the customer either, as far as I know. I can prove the handbook was not a contract. Helps that they've admitted it, finally, in my discovery. And they were suing me for breach of contract, calling the handbook a contract, and that because the PI was posted, it has caused them irreparable harm. Those are the only two reasons for the lawsuit. So the only other thing that I have left to do is the judge dismissed all of my motions for summary judgment and motion on the merits, etc., with prejudice, which goes against the U.S. Constitution or the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling on using it. Ivan and Lewis. And so I'm going to put in a motion to reconsider and then another motion for summary judgment listing everything I have, proving that they lied. And it's all going to every one of our state legislatures, our sheriff's department, our local department, our state police. It is going to our local community forums, all of them. And the reason for that is this Vermont Country Store is in Rutland. What they're doing to me as far as firing me and then lying about me, saying that they fired me for performance issues, even though I didn't have any. And then 30 days later changed it to theft. And that's what they've been telling everybody I was fired for. All the employers that I applied to have since August been told that I was fired for theft. Also not true. So I have to get all of that research done today. I have to get all that put together today. I'm also writing up a complaint to the Judicial Conduct Board and also to the board that handles corruption with lawyers. And again, all of this is going public. People, corrupt judges, corrupt lawyers like to do things in private. Corrupt employers too. I was actually told when they fired me that I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody at the Vermont Country Store about my employment or what they did to me, which is illegal. It's retaliation. So yeah, I have all that to get done today. And I've had that to get done for the past few days, and my brain is just going, no, we need a break. We need to stop this. And I'm also, I also have to deal with Rutland City some more because the chair of the Board of Abatement works for the Vermont Country Store and has for 3 years. So when I put in an abatement request, it was denied because I hadn't set up a payment arrangement, which is not a reason, according to the statute, for denying it. I basically went through what I just said here in the meeting. There is no mention in the official minutes of the Vermont Country Store. The application I submitted was the one from 2025 that they made me resubmit in January 15, 2026, so they were going to put my house up for tax sale. The one from 2025 they never considered, which is illegal. So yeah, there's absolutely no mention of the Vermont Country Store or anything that they did to me in the minutes, and they destroyed the audio, which is illegal, because if the minutes don't reflect what actually happened in the meeting, they have to keep the recording. So I have to deal with that too, because they're supposed to be taking my house this month for tax sale because they violated my rights. They violated the law to cover up for the Vermont Country Store. They're trying to make me homeless while they're making millions and millions of dollars a year that I helped them make for 5 separate years. Yeah, no Vermont values. The Vermont Country Store does not have Vermont values. Their lawyer was worried about their image being tarnished by the release of the PII that they released. But this polished, wonderful Vermont country store, Vermont Values image is actually more of a mirage. Having worked there for 5 separate years, it's not what people think. The products aren't what people think either.